The story begins with the son of a very wealthy man in Russia, named Sam. Sam's father is one of the biggest businessmen and most powerful people in Russia. Taking advantage of his father's wealth, Sam has become extremely arrogant. Sam spends all his time partying at nightclubs and troubling other people. He has never earned a single penny in his life. Instead, he wastes his father's money on useless and reckless activities. Because Sam has so much money, he considers himself superior to everyone else and always looks down on people. Sam's behavior also makes his father extremely frustrated. One night, Sam uses a girl and then forcibly throws her out of his car. After that, he drives his Ferrari at high speed. Drunk on his wealth, Sam believes that no law applies to him. He breaks every government rule and then simply pays off the police to escape punishment. Sam believes that money can buy anything in the world. But that is only his belief. One day, while Sam is driving his car at full speed, a police vehicle approaches him and orders him to stop because he is speeding. Sam stops his car, throws money in the police officer's face, and tells him to get lost. But this police officer is not like the others. He refuses to accept the money. Seeing this, Sam becomes furious and tries to drive away. However, the officer steps in front of his car to stop him. Sam becomes even angrier and, without caring about the officer, drives forward. He ends up dragging the police officer on the hood of his car. Seeing the police officer hanging from his car, Sam starts laughing loudly. The officer is seriously injured because of Sam's actions, and Sam is eventually arrested and taken to jail. Even after being imprisoned, Sam shows no regret for what he has done. Instead, he demands a girl from the police while he is in jail. Since Sam is the son of a very powerful and wealthy man, the police officers do not dare to say much to him. The police officer reports the incident to Sam's father. A short while later, Sam's father arrives at the jail. He is an extremely powerful man. The police officer tells him that his son has become so spoiled that he dragged a police officer down the road in the middle of the night, and the officer is now hospitalized. Hearing this, Sam's father apologizes to the officer for his son's behavior and promises that Sam will never make such a mistake again. Out of respect for Sam's father, the police officer decides to release Sam. Afterward, Sam's father drags him outside and begins scolding him. But Sam is completely unaffected by his father's words. Instead, he starts smoking a cigarette right in front of him. Sam's mother has already passed away, and Sam is his father's only son. Because of this, his father has always fulfilled almost every demand Sam has ever made. Sam knows that his father can do nothing more than scold him. But now, Sam's father has become extremely worried about him. He realizes that if Sam is not stopped, he could eventually become a criminal. So, he decides that something must be done. To reform Sam, his father visits a friend and explains the entire situation. He tells her that he wants to turn Sam into a normal human being at any cost, someone who respects other people. His friend tells him that there is one way to do it. She knows a trainer who has successfully reformed many spoiled young men. However, his methods are quite unusual. Still, she guarantees that Sam will completely change and become a good person. Sam's father then goes to meet this trainer. But when they enter the trainer's house, they are shocked to see him apparently hanging himself. However, it turns out to be fake. Everything has been specially designed by the trainer. He explains that he has used these kinds of methods to reform many spoiled young men. The trainer even cuts off one of his fingers and shows it to Sam's father. But the finger is not real, it is a fake one. Impressed by the trainer's unusual methods, Sam's father tells him everything about Sam's behavior and asks him to create a plan to reform his son. Meanwhile, Sam is shown doing what he does every day. He parks his car in a no parking area. But when he returns, he sees a truck loading his car and driving away with it. Furious, Sam starts running after the truck. While chasing it, someone suddenly shoots him from behind, causing him to lose consciousness. Sometime later, Sam wakes up and finds himself inside a horse stable. He is shocked and confused about how he ended up there. Before he can think about it any further, a young man named Arthur approaches him. Arthur tells Sam, "Hurry up. The master is coming. You have to get all the horses ready. Otherwise, you will be punished." Sam doesn't understand a word of what Arthur is saying, so he pushes him away. Sam has no idea how he got there. Just then, another man arrives and drags Sam outside. The man starts shouting at him. "I told you to prepare the horses last night. Why didn't you prepare them?" Sam replies, "Forget about last night. I'm seeing you for the first time in my life." A short while later, the landlord and his son, Jack, arrive. The man who dragged Sam outside tells the landlord that Sam refused to prepare the horses. Hearing this, the landlord becomes furious and orders his men to whip Sam. Following the landlord's orders, the man begins whipping Sam. The landlord then says, "I'm going to have some tea. When I come back, my horse better be ready." Otherwise, Sam will receive another 100 lashes. Sam has absolutely no idea what is happening. Now, to save Sam from another 100 lashes, Arthur comes to him and takes him back into the horse stable. Once inside, Sam tells Arthur, "I need to make a phone call. If I tell my father that these people whipped me, my father will destroy all of them." Arthur hears this and says, "What is a phone call? I don't know anything about that. Just quietly prepare the horse, or you'll get another 100 lashes." Sam becomes extremely frustrated and cannot understand how he suddenly ended up in a place like this. So, he tries to escape. While running away, he tells the villagers to call the police. But the villagers have no idea what the police are. As Sam continues running, he realizes that this is not a city but a village. Looking at the people's lifestyle, he realizes that this is not 2019, it is the 18th century. In other words, he has somehow traveled around 200 years back in time. Sam desperately wants to escape from this place. But suddenly, a man catches him. When the landlord finds out that Sam tried to escape from the village, he sentences him to death. Sam is taken to the gallows along with several other people for trying to escape the village. Just as Sam is about to be hanged, the landlord's daughter arrives. She tells her father, "I'm tired of all this bloodshed. Today is my birthday. At least today, please don't take anyone's life." The landlord agrees to his daughter's request and lets Sam go. Meanwhile, everything happening in the village is being watched by an eagle from above. The eagle eventually flies to a house outside the village, where a man catches it. That's when we discover that it isn't actually an eagle, it's a drone. The entire setup has been created by Sam's father, who has spent a huge amount of money to reform his son. The trainer has built an entire village set in the middle of the forest, making Sam believe that he has traveled back in time to the 18th century and is now living the life of a servant. Everyone working in the village is actually an actor. Hidden cameras have been installed throughout the village, and the trainer communicates with all the actors through microphones, telling them exactly what they need to do. Sam eventually accepts the idea that he has traveled back to the 18th century. With no other choice, he starts living with these people. Every morning, Sam wakes up at sunrise. In his old life, he used to use a luxurious bathroom in his mansion. Now, he has to urinate outdoors in the middle of the forest. For breakfast, he is given nothing but dry bread. He spends his days doing his assigned duties, including preparing the horses. It is extremely difficult for Sam. Whenever he makes a mistake, he is punished with lashes. Instead of sleeping on a comfortable bed at night, Sam is forced to sleep on the ground. Sam cannot understand how he is supposed to live this kind of life. Every day, he prays and wishes to return to his own time, 2019. One day, while walking around the village, Sam hears someone crying nearby. When he goes to investigate, he discovers that it is Sophia, the landlord's daughter. Sam approaches her and asks why she is crying. Sophia tells him, "My father wants me to marry an old man. I don't want to marry him." But Sam doesn't care about her problem. Instead, he says, "That's actually a good thing. The old man will die soon, and you'll get to keep all his wealth." Even after being forced to live in such terrible conditions, Sam still hasn't changed his wicked behavior. The next day, Sam steals one of the landlord's chickens because he is tired of eating vegetables every day. Sam tells his friend Arthur, "Hurry up and cook this. Then we'll eat it together." But once the chicken is cooked, Sam eats the entire chicken by himself. He doesn't save anything for Arthur. When Arthur comes and asks for his share of the chicken, Sam tells him, "I ate your share too." Arthur feels extremely hurt after hearing this. Later, at the landlord's house, the senior servant discovers that one of the landlord's chickens is missing. He realizes that one of the servants must have stolen and eaten it. So, he makes all the workers sit in a line and tells them, whoever stole the chicken should confess right now. Otherwise, everyone will be punished. When nobody admits to stealing it, he begins to suspect Arthur. He takes Arthur to the horse stable and brutally beats him. Sam watches everything happening but says nothing. He doesn't tell them that he was the one who stole the chicken. Sam only cares about himself. Even after seeing someone else suffer because of his actions, he still doesn't feel sorry. After a while, Arthur comes to Sam and lifts his shirt to show him the whip marks on his back. The marks are actually realistic makeup created as part of the act, but Sam has no idea that they are fake. He genuinely believes that Arthur was beaten. Even after realizing that Arthur was punished because of him, Sam still doesn't feel even a little sorry for Arthur. Just then, a girl named Rose arrives on a horse. As Rose gets off the horse, Sam accidentally sees her underwear. Seeing this, Sam briefly becomes interested in her. But then he realizes something strange. How could this girl be wearing modern underwear in the 18th century? After figuring this out, Sam runs toward Rose and demands that she show him her underwear. He says, "How did you get future underwear?" When Rose refuses to respond, Sam tries to check her by force. Before he can see anything, the villagers arrive and rescue Rose from Sam. Rose then gets back on her horse and rides away. Meanwhile, inside the control room, the trainer is determined not to let Sam discover the truth, that everything around him is fake. He wants to reform Sam at any cost. If Sam discovers the truth, the entire plan will fail and Sam may never change. Sam's father is also watching everything from the control room. He eventually tells the trainer to stop the experiment because, despite all their efforts, Sam still hasn't changed. But just then, they receive a message saying that Sam is looking for Rose because he wants to apologize to her. Hearing this, they decide that perhaps they should give Sam a little more time. The trainer uses the microphone to tell Rose to come and meet Sam. When Rose appears in front of Sam, Sam genuinely apologizes to her. He says, "I shouldn't have behaved so disrespectfully toward you." Rose forgives Sam and leaves without talking to him much. That night, a festival is held in the village. Everyone prepares for the celebration. People sing, dance, and have a great time. Sam also starts dancing with the villagers. Then Sophia, the landlord's daughter, comes and dances with Sam. She slowly tries to get closer to him and tells him, "I will never marry that rich old man. I'm looking for a handsome young man for myself. If I don't find one, I'll kill myself." This is actually part of the trainer's plan. He wants Sam to fall in love with the landlord's daughter so that Sam develops emotions and begins to change. But Sam has no interest in Sophia. He is still looking for Rose. He sees Rose sitting alone somewhere and immediately goes over to talk to her. But Rose doesn't talk to Sam much. Just then, Arthur arrives and tells Sam that the landlord's daughter is drowning in the pond. As soon as Sam hears this, he runs to save her. Sam manages to rescue Sophia and takes her back home. Once there, Sophia tries to get closer to Sam, but Sam is not interested in her. So, he leaves her and goes straight to Rose. He tells her, "Come with me to the festival." Sam has heard that, according to the village tradition, any boy and girl who stayed together during this festival will become partners for life. But Rose ignores Sam and closes the door in his face. Sam becomes extremely sad. The real reason Rose ignores Sam is because the trainer has instructed her to stay away from him. Meanwhile, Sam's father and the trainer are watching everything from the control room. The trainer realizes that Sam is not interested in Sophia anymore. Instead, he has developed feelings for Rose. So, the next day, the trainer calls Rose and tells her, "You need to change your role now." He explains that Sam's interest has shifted away from Sophia and toward her. Therefore, she needs to get closer to Sam. Rose agrees to continue with the act. However, Rose's boyfriend doesn't like the idea. He is also part of the experiment and plays the role of the landlord's son. Rose explains to him, "This is just acting. I'm only doing this to help turn Sam into a good person." After hearing this, her boyfriend agrees. The next day, we see the village where the landlord is extremely worried about his son, Jack. Jack has gone to the city and attacked several soldiers. Now, some other soldiers are coming to the village to punish him. Because of this, the landlord calls Sam and tells him, "Take my son's punishment for him. In return, we will set you free." The moment Sam hears the word, freedom, he agrees. He thinks that instead of living like a dog every day, it is better to endure a little punishment and then be free for the rest of his life. A short while later, the soldiers arrive and start looking for the landlord's son. Sam steps forward and says, "I am the landlord's son. I went to the city and attacked those soldiers." Hearing this, the soldiers arrest Sam and punish him by whipping him. After receiving the punishment, Sam changes into new clothes and goes directly to Jack, expecting to be released. He tells Jack, "I've completed my part of the deal. Now you have to set me free." But Jack starts laughing loudly at Sam. He knocks Sam to the ground and says, "You're such an idiot. Do you really think you can become free that easily?" Jack spits in Sam's face and tells him, "Get out of here and go prepare my horses." Sam doesn't argue with Jack. He simply walks away quietly. Meanwhile, Sam's father and the trainer are watching everything from the control room. They become extremely disappointed because they wanted Sam to stand up for himself and fight for his rights. Sam finally accepts this life. Every day, he sadly prepares the horses in the stable, and he spends most of his time with Rose. By now, Sam has started falling in love with Rose, but Rose was only acting. A few more days pass like this. One day, while Sam and Rose are walking together, Sam notices an eagle flying in the sky. Sam tells Rose, "I've been noticing this for quite some time. This eagle is always flying above me." In reality, it is a drone that constantly tracks them, and Rose knows about it too. Rose lies to Sam and says, "I've been seeing this eagle since I was a child. It always flies over our village to protect us." Meanwhile, we see the landlord's daughter Sophia and his son Jack. Both of them are angry with the trainer. Sophia is upset because her main role has been taken away from her and given to Rose. Jack is also frustrated after seeing his girlfriend getting close to Sam. As Sophia and Jack share their frustrations with each other, they gradually become close. Eventually, they go to a horse stable and start getting intimate. At the same time, Sam and Rose are passing by when they hear some noises coming from the stable. When they enter, Rose is shocked to see Jack and Sophia together. In reality, Jack is Rose's boyfriend. So, seeing her boyfriend being intimate with another girl makes Rose extremely upset. She gets angry with Jack and walks away. Sam follows Rose. When the trainer finds out what happened, he becomes furious with Sophia and Jack. In this entire setup, Sophia and Jack are supposed to be the landlord's children in Sam's eyes, meaning they are brother and sister. Therefore, their behavior could make Sam suspicious and ruin the entire plan that the trainer had worked so hard to create. The trainer first scolds both of them severely and then fires them from the project. Meanwhile, Rose is extremely upset after seeing her boyfriend with another girl. To cheer Rose up, Sam arranges a candlelight dinner for her. Rose feels very happy when she sees the arrangement. The two of them talk for a long time. Sam tells Rose, "Jack, the landlord's son, betrayed me. He promised that if I took responsibility for his crime, he would set me free. I suffered the punishment for him, but when it was finally time for him to free me, he went back on his word. He beat me and spat in my face. But I didn't say anything back to him because, at that moment, I saw myself in him. In my old life, I was exactly like that. I always looked down on people. I never cared about anyone else's feelings. But now I finally understand how wrong I was." After hearing Sam's words, Rose also starts developing genuine feelings for him. For the first time, Rose kisses Sam. Meanwhile, Sam's father and the trainer are extremely happy after seeing this. They believe that Sam is finally beginning to change. On the other hand, in the real world, the actress who played the landlord's daughter reveals everything during an interview. She tells the public that Russia's richest man, Sam's father, has kidnapped his own son and imprisoned him inside a village, where he is manipulating his emotions. The news spreads throughout the media like wildfire. The girl named Sophia spreads this rumor because the trainer had fired her from the project. After hearing about Sam's alleged kidnapping, the police begin investigating the case. When Sam's father learns that the police are coming to the location, he tells the trainer that they need to stop everything. But the trainer says, "It will take some time for the police to reach us. So, let's perform one final act. Either Sam will finally change, or he will remain the same arrogant person forever." The trainer decides that the village will be attacked by Mongols. Meanwhile, we see Sam and Rose in the village. Rose tells Sam, "If we ever get separated, never doubt my love for you. My love for you is real." Rose knows that this is the final day of the experiment. After today, they will have to separate. That is why she wants Sam to know that her feelings for him are genuine. Just then, Arthur arrives and tells them that the Mongols have attacked their village. "We need to get to the village quickly, or they will burn the entire place down." Hearing this, Rose and Arthur rush toward the village, but Sam becomes frightened. He doesn't want to go. However, when he sees Rose heading toward the village, he reluctantly follows her. When they arrive, they see that the Mongols have captured a young village girl. The girl's father begs the Mongol leader, "Please, let my daughter go." The Mongol leader gives the father a chance. He says, "Fight one of my soldiers. If you win, we will release your daughter. But if you lose, your daughter will remain with us." A fight begins between the girl's father and the Mongol soldier. Of course, this isn't a real fight. Both men are stunt performers hired by the trainer. After fighting for a while, the Mongol soldier appears to cut off the father's head. But the head is actually a dummy. The Mongol leader then releases the girl because her father sacrificed his life to save her. However, the Mongols then capture Rose instead. The Mongol leader shouts, "Is there anyone brave enough to fight one of my soldiers and save this girl?" Sam becomes extremely frightened. Rose screams for Sam to help her. But Sam is too scared and starts walking away. Meanwhile, the trainer and Sam's father watch everything from the control room. They become extremely disappointed by Sam's cowardice. They feel that all the effort they have put into reforming him over the past few months has been wasted. Sam's father says, "It's all over. I failed to turn my son into a good and brave man." Then Sam looks up and sees the eagle flying in the sky again, the same eagle Rose had told him was the protector of their village. Sam begins to feel as if even the eagle wants him to go and save Rose. This gives Sam courage. He gets on his horse, grabs a stick, and rides toward the place where the Mongols are holding Rose. Sam attacks the Mongols with the stick, rescues Rose, puts her on his horse, and rides away with her. As soon as Sam and Rose leave, the police arrive at the location. But they cannot find Sam. The people there tell the police that a movie is being filmed. Since filming a movie is not a crime, the police have no reason to arrest anyone and eventually leave. Meanwhile, Sam and Rose ride their horses beyond the village. Eventually, they reach a modern-day gas station. Seeing the modern gas station, Sam is completely shocked. Before he can understand what is happening, someone shoots him from behind, causing him to lose consciousness. When Sam wakes up, he finds himself standing in front of his Ferrari. He has no idea whether the 3 months he spent in the 18th century were a dream or reality. Sam's father then tells him that he had been in a coma for the past 3 months because of a car accident. Sam has now returned to his old life. But he has completely changed. The luxurious and reckless lifestyle he once enjoyed no longer makes him happy. He constantly thinks about Rose. He even goes to the police officer whose face he once threw money at and whom he injured by dragging him on the hood of his car. Sam is now deeply ashamed of his past actions. He apologizes to the officer and gives him his Ferrari as a gift before leaving. One day, Sam goes to a club and sees Jack and Sophia there. He approaches them and starts talking to them. But they refuse to admit that they know him because their contract stated that once the experiment was over, they were never allowed to reveal the truth to Sam. Seeing this, Sam becomes extremely sad and starts walking away. Jack and Sophia feel sorry for him. They take Sam with them and leave him outside the horse stable. When Sam enters the stable, he finds Rose there. The moment Sam sees Rose, he becomes extremely happy. He asks, "Do you know me?" Rose replies, "Yes, I missed you so much." The two of them embrace each other. After that, Sam takes Rose to his father. When Sam's father sees Rose, he becomes frightened, wondering whether Sam has somehow discovered the entire truth. Rose then tells Sam's father, "I have already told Sam everything." Sam apologizes to his father for all his past mistakes. He also thanks his father. Sam says, "Because of you, I learned the true meaning of life and humanity. And because of you, I found my true love." At the end of the movie, we see Sam back in the same village. The trainer successfully changed Sam's life, and now Sam takes over the trainer's role. He begins bringing spoiled young people to the village and helping them become better human beings. And with that, the story comes to an end. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video.